Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the F1 2016 live career mode, and we are in the States at the Circuit of the Americas for the latest round of the F1 career mode. We're near the end, guys, of a great first season of the streams on there. I just want to quickly say a massive thank you to everyone who has been here since the start of the career mode and to the new subscribers that came as well. But we're here in the glorious Texas area of the Circuit of the Americas, and to start off with, we won our rivalry with Carlos Sainz, so that's definitely what we need, which we did in qualifying. If you did see that, guys, then you missed out if you didn't, because we got P9 on the grid, and we're now back in the purple again, which is what we needed. We're exceeding team expectations with the chance of being number one in the team. But without further ado, I'm going to head to the race now for the US Grand Prix. If you're new on here, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and you get a little pop-up on the screen saying that you've subscribed, and I can give you a shout out on there. If you're watching it back, then also subscribe if you want, and I'll give you a shout out during the streams on there as well. And also make sure to like the video, guys, as if we get over 50 likes on this, if you're watching it live, then I will do back-to-back career modes tomorrow along with a co-op, so there will be 3 videos going up tomorrow. So if you want that, guys, you know what to do. Slap a like on this if you want more of this live career mode as we get into the end of the season and thinking about teams and stuff for Season 2. But until then, let's head out onto the track for the US Grand Prix.
What fantastic enthusiasm we have for Formula One here in the United States of America. And it's an enthusiasm born from generations of memorable Grand Prix racing. Bruce McLaren took his maiden victory at Sebring way back in 1959, and John Watson's 1983 victory at Long Beach, well, that still holds the record for the lowest ever starting position for a race winner. We're racing today then in Travis County, Texas, where 20 corners and speeds of up to 200 miles an hour await us on this magnificent racetrack. It's 60% full throttle with plenty of good opportunities to pass, especially through the 2 DRS zones into turn 1 and at the end of the long back straight into turn 12. What a race we have in store today. With me today is Anthony Davidson, a man who knows this circuit quite well. Why do you think, though, Ants, that this Grand Prix has now found such huge success since returning to the calendar in 2012?
Well, full credit to the race promoters. They have a Grand Prix in a part of the country famed for its love of motorsport, and they do a fantastic job of advertising it to the right crowd, and then satisfying them when they're here with excellent facilities. It also tends to help when the circuit itself is good, and that's definitely true here. The layout is interesting, and it produces some exciting action. Hosting a thrilling title decider like we had in 2015 wouldn't hurt either, so the pressure's on then to maintain that kind of quality here today.
Okay, you can brake late into 1 because of the incline. It's a slow corner though, so make sure you stay out of trouble. Good luck.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Daniel Ricciardo starts from pole position today, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Rosberg, Lewis Hamilton and Alonso, Grosjean, Massa, Toro Rosso and Esteban Gutierrez.
So here we are then on the grid for the US Grand Prix, and it is surprisingly a 2-stop strategy, so that's interesting on there. We have gone for a conservative strategy in terms of the tyre allocation, so interestingly not seeing the hards in this one, so we could maybe push it out potentially, so we'll see how that goes. Obviously you guys know I like to put a lot of fuel in the car at the start, so we're doing that anyway. Onto the formation that we go. New feature to the game if anyone is new to the series of Codemasters F1 games. This came out this year, so it's all good.
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please.
So we've got overcast weather, no rain expected, which is definitely what I want to hear, if I'm honest. Overcast weather does not help the super soft tyres, as I discovered when I was practicing, so this is going to be interesting to start off with. The tyres not getting up to temperature as quickly on these super softs. Should be interesting. How we go on there? Again, 2 stops, 2 sets of the softs. I have got the mediums, so we could maybe do a 1-stop strategy. If I was outside the top 10, a 1-stop would have definitely been on the cards, but that won't happen today. My aim is to finish in the top 5, and I completely forgot as well, we didn't even talk to our agent, so it's a bit of a facepalm on there. So my goal is to finish somewhere in the top 6, I'm going to say, which will be nice, as we have got, I think, Grosjean ahead of me. Obviously, guys, you know, is my rival in the Drivers' Championship. He's only a few points behind me. I think he's like 12, 13 points behind me, so we've got a lot of pressure to keep him behind, especially on this track with Haas's home race here today. We've got one of them behind me, Gutierrez, in 10th, so got a lot of work to do today to get ahead of one Haas and keep the other one behind. So, and my aim is to not crash as well, because you guys saw what happened in the last episode at Suzuka if you were watching it live, so we're going to try and not make that happen today. So we're just going to get these tyres ready, as I think one of the Red Bulls is already on the grid, and he's very eager to start this race, I feel. So you can just see him there. Is he? I don't know what's going on. Yeah, one of the Red Bulls is on the grid already. So that Ricciardo, I think that is eager to start this race. Before we start, guys, make sure to like this video and subscribe if you're new around here as well, and let me know in the comments below if you are watching this live to predict where I finish in this race as well. As we get lined up then, we've got Grosjean in our sights. Alonso again impressing for McLaren, I've got to say, with P6, so very happy to see him up the board.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
So we get ready then. It's a 20, I can't remember how many laps it is, I think it's 28 laps. Turn 1's going to be interesting. I may play it safe, may lose a position or 2, but we'll wait and see. It is indeed a 28 lap race, so here we go. Lights are on. Let's race in Texas. Helmets away. Oh, bogged down. That was a poor start for me. Just bogged down. Keeping it clean, keeping it clean, keeping it clean, keeping it clean, and Jenson Button, as he left off in the last race at Suzuka, makes contact with me. Grosjean was on me outside. Don't know. Safety car perhaps. Thank you to the new subscriber as well, thank you. I might get rid of the Vettel voice radio thingy, because it is a bit distracting, but I'll keep the thing up. So we need to get past Button right now, but we need to get past Jenson, and we do that completely, taking the inside, and we are up back into P8. But the McLaren, I don't know what's gone on with Jenson Button since the patch, but he's been a bit aggressive, as you saw in Japan. And he's left off, he's continued from where he left off last time round. But we survived the first lap so far, which is good. And you can see the Mercedes there, who were dominant at the start, haven't really developed their car as much, and they've dropped down to the 3rd quickest team. So the mighty have fallen already in this new era of F1. As we've got Massa ahead of us, getting a bit of dirty F from him, so not what we need. It's gone a bit wide. See the dirty S coming into play again. As Verstappen sets the fastest lap, and he actually has taken the lead from his teammate. Into the 2nd lap. Thank you to the new subscriber as well. If I did not see you, we've got a bit of debris though at 1. Dirty air from Williams there, Masters Williams. He's getting the dirty air from Alonso, so he's not the only one who's having issues. But the top 3 have gone already from this pack, which I'm not really bothered about. We're not the quickest car around here. Coming then into the hairpin, right on the back of Massa. get a good exit into the slipstream. You guys know how quick our car is in a straight line. As with me and Massa catching up to Alonso. We'll go past him. We're going to try and get a move on Massa. Late break.
Oh, that's painful.
And someone's donated. I don't know who it was. Massa's out the race. Oh, he's blown his engine. So Massa's out with a blown engine. I thought I hit him or something, but... But thank you to whoever that was with the donation. It's the first donation I've had that actually works, so thank you very much. Another subscriber, thank you very much. If you guys know who it is, then just feel free to put the hashtag in for those who have subscribed just now, if you're watching it live, because I can't see them. Hashtag. Okay guys, I'll get rid of it guys for next time, so... Got to slow down for the Delta. Forgot about the Delta. But Massa's blown his engine, so we'll move to the P6. Could someone post in the chat who sent the donation? If it did pop up. Because I don't know who it was. There we go.
Maintain positive delta until the green flags. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is
Let's go, boys.
which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
Let's do a Max Verstappen. So we're right on the back of both Mercedes right now. Back end slapping out there. All good though. Just try to get into the tank slapper there. Rosberg's had a poor exit. And we're going to go down. Oh my god, that was close. That was a late. Alright, cheers guys. Horse, thanks for the £2 donation. That'll be very nice to towards the stream, so thank you very much. And I think, is that Vettel leading the race? So this is helping me, Hamilton and Rosberg catch back up again. As they did build a massive gap at the start, but talking point of the race so far, Massa blowing his engine after what, 2 laps? Just trying to avoid the curbs, don't want to be getting corner cuts.
Some information on Verstappen. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of...
Okay guys, just going to say, next time there will be no sound. It is a bit annoying, I'm not going to lie. So Verstappen's got issues, so...
change available to us. Would you like to keep to the current plan or try the new one? We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs. Copy that.
I ain't pitting early, I'm not doing a Suzuka moment. I don't want that again. So Verstappen's got issues. So a podium could be on the cards, guys. Possibly. Come into the hairpin, just a little bit of a lock up. So look at our tyres. The tyres seem alright at first. We could maybe extend this stint, maybe go onto the hards and go to the end. Possibly. Look at Verstappen. Oh god, that was my bad. That was my bad. On Hamilton. Somehow we got away with no damage from that. But that I take very, very, very much my fault there. Just way too much speed, broke later than expected. But luckily we got away with that. But you can put the bottle guys in the chat, because we nearly bottled it there. Just the pressure. I just want to deliver for the team right now. But we were lucky to avoid that. No damage. Flipping hell, guys. Chill. behind me actually? Bottas is behind me. We've got Ricciardo and Vettel going away from the pack.
Conditions should remain dry. We will keep you informed of any changes to the weather.
So do you think guys should go on to the hards and attempt a one stop? Because these tyres are absolutely fine for the minute. This should be an easy move. There we go, boys. A clean move on at least one of the cars. Down the inside of Rosberg, and we get it done. Still side by side with the German. Oh, and Rosberg has just absolutely rammed me. Thanks, cheers mate.
There's a small amount of damage to Carlos's front wing. Doesn't seem to be causing him any.
How much space do you want, mate? Rosberg's basically done a amazing Grand Prix on me. Some people in the pits, interestingly, I've just spotted there. Oh, look at the straight line speed we've got on Verstappen. We're going to one.
Ricciardo's the race leader.
Verstappen's going backwards.
Your pit window is now open. Gap to car in front is 0.6 seconds.
These have got no one around me now apart from Rosberg to fight with. I can hear a Honda engine behind me as well, I've just noticed. Right. Back into the slipstream. Look at the lead Ricciardo's got over me and Rosberg at the minute. That's mad. Right, I'm not going to pit this lap, I'm going to pit next lap.
Ready for you. Box this lap.
There's no point pitting now. So Rosberg's staying out, and so is Bottas, interestingly enough. And Ricciardo stays out, so all those pitted early, that's interesting. It's alright, Nick. Dive bomb. I think Rosberg saw that. Bottas is just... What is with the AI? Flipping. Luckily, Rosberg saw I made a mistake and just pulled wide, braked and tried to do a switchback, and Bottas came out of nowhere and just pushed me off. So, thanks Bottas for that. Just locked up and took the line. Rosberg broke early, went for the inside, steamed. Ooh. Okay, that should have definitely been a corner cut warning, so that's one for the screenshots. But oh, Button's going for a move on Rosberg. Button, I've got to say, is in the driver's seat for a podium finish here. He's holding up Rosberg in the pack, which is going to help me and Bottas, actually, to be fair. Yeah, definitely time to pit now, boys. So we're going to lean for this last part of the lap. That should have been a corner cut as well. Where's the... Oh, it's there. Didn't know where the pit box was. The pit thing. So into the pits we go for a fresh set of the soft tyre going on, as Vettel's already gone. Oh, this looks like a good stop. 2-second flat stop. Rosberg's on the super softs, interestingly enough. Take it easy into one. Who is that? It's Fernando Alonso behind us. I don't understand why Rosberg's on the super soft tyre. Interesting. Cold tyres. Just what we want right now. Obviously a lot of people still to pit, of course. And Alonso dives a brilliant move on us, I've got to say. Sorry about that, guys. We're going to try and get past Alonso here. And look at the speed difference. Oh, here comes Rosberg. And Alonso defends brilliantly until Rosberg just gets the traction on him. Rosberg's basically bottled it, so by doing this strategy, and he's being held up by me, who's on the softs. Kappa. But these guys on the softs just give me the indication of how many laps they can go.
Okay, you're in his dirty air. Get past him.
Right on the back then of Perez, who's holding up Ericsson. So Force India not having a good day here. Oh, nearly made contact there with Ericsson, but Ericsson's definitely getting held up here. And so are we. We're getting held up massively by Perez. Got to get past him as quickly as possible because we're losing too much time right now. Perez is parking the bus. We get a good exit on these guys with fresher tyres. This should be an easy move, but I highly doubt it. Boxing him in, and don't know what Ericsson's doing there, but bump drafting the Force India. But we're through anyway, up to 15th. Next up, Pascal Wehrlein in the manor. And then we've got a banana car. And I think I can see Bottas just up the road, I think. Ricciardo's still out on the set of super softs, I think. So he's ballsing it out right now, I think. That's interesting. Catching up to these guys, so definitely what we want, as Rosberg's got past both of Ericsson and Perez. But this has cost Rosberg, I've got to say. That's another one for the screenshots. We're not catching up to the manor, which is interestingly enough, so pace isn't too good at the minute, I've got to say. We're just outside the points, of course, but obviously a lot of people haven't pitted yet. Whose tyres will start to degrade, I think. I'm not really bothered about Rosberg now, considering he has to pit in the next few laps from his super softs as Ricciardo sets the fastest lap of the race. It's getting a bit dirtier from Wehrlein's car as his tyres are starting to struggle now. So we've got DRS.
Okay, you're within 1 second of the car ahead. Get ready to use DRS to overtake.
So we're going to just catch up to Verline again. Get right on the back of them there. Don't know why I went in first gear there. No idea. But this has given me an idea, I think. Don't know if I'm going to commit to this, but because these guys on the softs are still out, we pitted on. I think it was. What lap did we pit on, guys? I can't remember. But if we can get to lap 20, there is a possibility of me going onto the super softs instead, if I have a set. But I'm not sure I have got a set of the super softs. Oh, I do actually. Guys, light bulb. Light bulb idea. Could maybe go onto the super softs, possibly. But past Verline. So it's an idea, guys. It's not 100% definite, but there may be a chance of us going onto the super softs in these conditions. Because with the track being cooler than in clear conditions, tyre wear is not going to be an issue for me.
Some information on Verstappen. It seems they fixed whatever the problem was. They're coming back up to speed.
So next up for us is Jody and Palmer in that Renault. Here we go then, down the straight. Okay, lap 7. Okay. And we're going to think of a move on Palmer maybe. He's left the door open. Massively left the door open. And we'll just take it anyway. And he's holding up Rosberg again, so that's what we need. But yeah, lap 7's interesting from what I've seen from you guys. So, with these guys still out on the softs, this is definitely encouraging signs for me. To do a set of the soft, super soft tyre. If these can do another lap, then that is very good for me. Don't you think, guys? I'll have to wait and see though. Nah, it's just trolls homosexual, if I'm honest. Or they don't like the concept of doing it live and not, you know, not doing highlight stuff and miss all the good bits. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be harsh, but I think it's sad, really, for me to do something different than everyone else in the career modes. Yeah, I don't edit and all that malarkey, but live just makes it more fun. You guys can sit back and watch a live race, which is sometimes some races are better than the ones in real life. So they're all pitting now. So that's interesting.
Carlos has come into the pits. Carlos is in the pits now.
So where's this going to put us then? I wonder. Buttons onto the mediums, interestingly enough, so I think he's going to the end. Surely he's going to go to the end on those tyres. See, if we were behind Button, who pitted, well, when we pitted so early, by getting held up. So 24%, not bad tyre wear. Got up to Rich now, we've got a defend from Rosberg. Even Alonso's joining in the party, which is interesting. So McLaren are very good this weekend, I've got to say, on tyre wear. They've done very well in their tyre strategies for both cars, I've got to say. And Ricciardo went on to another set of super soft, so wow, and Rosberg's just basically pinned us. Wow. Thanks, mate. Cheers, mate. Rosberg's just basically done us. Rosberg does not like us. Well, we're back in the points again with Palmer pitting. Vettel's on the mediums, strangely. Let's get the tyre update for you guys, because a lot of you are wanting to know what my tyres are like. I could most definitely go onto a set of super softs, guys, so this vessel's got a brilliant run on us here. It's only a matter of time, unless he decides to punt me off. Bottlemore versus Bottleberg. I love you guys.
Our gap to the car in front is 3.5 seconds.
Let's see if oh, Vettel got a bit close there for comfort. Just got to hold on now. Hope for Verstappen's tyres go off the cliff. I hope Rosberg's got at least a penalty, because he's took me twice out. Come on. That pesky Rosberg. Oh, here comes Vettel again. Oh, and Vettel's took me out now as well. What is wrong with the AI? Seriously. That's really annoyed me now. What is wrong with the AI? Seriously. Like punt to pass? Apart from one incident where I hold my hands up to, and I just get absolutely punted from. Oh, I don't know what to say. I have no words to describe what I'm feeling right now. You guys know I don't like to, you know, shout or whatever, or argue with stuff or rage, but I'm getting to that stage. Well, cutting corners, which I should be having at least a penalty.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the super softs.
Right, we're on the back of NASA now, who's on the super softs. With Gutierrez behind on the mediums, who I think is going to go to the end. Well, I think he's going to go on to the end of the race. Right, let's do a punt to pass, boys. Joke, I'm not going to. Down the inside on Felipe Nasr, and we move up to 9th. Where we got to finish in this race, funny enough. And I say that, well, I was going to say we'll lose that position back again, but got to go on to the super softs, boys, because the tyre wear is not too bad at the minute. Oh, NASA went into the pits. I was wondering then what was going on. I'm not saying much, guys, it's just I want to try and crawl back some time here. And Gutierrez is under pressure there from someone behind, so it's music to my ears. It's Rosberg of all people. Oh god, that's not what I want to see. Rosberg on the trumpets again. Someone in the pit lane. It's Verstappen onto the softs.
The pit window has opened.
And someone else is in the pits as well. I don't know who it is. It's Alonso in the pits. So they're onto the softs, which I believe will be their final stop. We've been called into the pits, but I'm not going in the pits yet. So we're going on to the super softs.
The car behind has come in. They're now on the soft tyre. Softs on the car behind.
Just think, lads, if we didn't get spun by Vettel and Rosberg, where would we be right now? I'm just leaving the the tyre thing on there, just so you guys can see how the tyre wear is affected at each lap. No, Jeff, we're not pitting in yet. Not yet. Even though Verstappen's catching me up at quite... should stay on softs.
We shouldn't see any rain, but if a storm front does appear, then we'll let you know.
If it starts brightening up, then yeah, I would agree with you, but I just feel we as well go on the super softs. We know we did 7 laps on them and they were only got to 50%, so I've just got a feeling these cars behind may have to pit again. I don't know why, but I've got a feeling. How are we doing for fuel actually? Oh, we're still up on fuel. think Vettel's doing the same thing as me. I think he's doing the super soft medium. Well, he's on medium, so I think he's going to be going onto the set of the super softs, I think. Or for some strange reason on the softs, but we'll have to wait and see.
The distance to the leader is 39.0 seconds.
Alright, down the straight we go again. Verstappen, I think I'm going to say for this. But just backed out of that completely. Verstappen's on a fresh set of tyres, not going to bother with that. If Rosberg pins me again in this corner, I wouldn't be happy. Right, we're going to pit this time, boys. 7 laps on a worn super softs. So on a fresh set of super softs, we should be fine to the end. We should be good on the end of these tyres. So remember, use super softs. We did 7 laps. A fresh set, we should be able to go a bit longer, and we should be fine. But we've got to pass a shed load of cars to get back into the points. Right, let's get on to work, boys. It's hammer time. It's time to give a little more. Okay, these are worn tyres. I'll take that back. But we'll be fine. 7 laps, we got to 50% on the front left, and everything else was under 50%. As long as we absolutely sweat out the times now, should be fine. Down the inside of Pascal Wehrlein, and we're up to 16th. Next up, not Max Verstappen, Kevin Magnussen. Got a lot of work to do now. What's this then? We've got a yellow flag. What's this all about?
The virtual safety car has been deployed. We need to keep a positive delta here. Slow down, maintain a positive delta.
Okay, got that. There we go. Don't know what happened there with the virtual safety car, but it must have been Pascal Wehrlein or something.
Drop your speed, our delta is too low and we've
This should help us, guys, in terms of tyre wear. This will massively help us. Definitely what we need right now. Here we go.
Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
Cheat the system. Let's go.
Okay, the incident has been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed.
And we've got DRS, funny enough, on Magnussen. Should be an easy move.
Front is 0.5 seconds.
Go into turn 1. Just keeping at least 2 wheels on the track there, and we move up to 15th. Grosjean having a poor race for Haas. Is our next man, our rival in the championship. So again, no points will be awarded to both of us at this point. So I'll still keep my position in the standings ahead of him. And I can see Carlos Sainz as well in the horizon in a massive train. I think, guys, we're going to be fine on tyres now, I can safely say. People are getting lapped. Just see that on the map. So we've got Ria Haryanto actually ahead of us as Grosjean got past. So this actually could be for 9th place, I think, this train. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Just ahead of you.
But we are hunting all these cars down. There's a bit of blue sky there. I don't know if you saw that, guys, on coming down from the highest point on the track. But that's not going to help us if the sun breaks through. But we're about to board this massive train, and someone who is leading this train is parking the bus right now. Got a good exit off that hairpin into the slipstream of Haryanto.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
We've got an extra lap of fuel. We easily get past Haryanto. And look who we got now. I can spot ahead of Grosjean, our teammate Sainz, which is definitely going to help us get promoted to #1 driver at some point. Might just be at the end of the season we get the #1 drive. We'll have to wait and see. I think it's Gutierrez that's leading this train right now. Ooh, lost the back end there. Was a bit cheeky on the power. We've only got 4 laps to go. We've got in this Alonso, Gutierrez, Sainz, Grosjean in this train, and a Force India, I think it is, of Perez.
Decap to the car ahead is 0.6 seconds.
back on the power. Lovely jubbly. We need to get past all these cars, including Gutierrez, if we want to get all 3 greens. This is going to be interesting, this corner. Would have braked a bit later, but it's just too risky with all of them braking at the same time. Brake a bit later than Grosjean. Just get it done there. Left him some space, and we move up to 13th. Next up is our teammate, so there may be some team orders here. Maybe from France Toast, maybe, or whatever his name is. And Helmut Marko will be like telling Sainz to get out of the bloody way. Your teammate's on super softs and wants to get past.
We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
Go down the inside, and I think he's actually listening because he broke early for one. And oh, and nearly made contact with Grosjean. Now I need Sainz to hold up Grosjean, then that will be fantastic. Next up, Alonso in the McLaren Honda. A team that I am interested in doing Season 2, or at some point in the career mode. So, we'll have to wait and see. How that pans out. This should be an easy move, hopefully. Even with Alonso getting DRS, this should be an easy pass. Let's wait and see as all of us are hunting down. We're going to brake just later than Alonso. And we get it done. Late break, and we're up to P11 with Hulkenberg next. Just shows you guys how ultimate the AI are, if you know what I mean. I'm nowhere near the leaders on pace, even though we had 3 incidents, or 3 spins I think. Oh, I had to lift off there for Hulkenberg. So these guys are struggling right now on tyres. We've got 2 laps to go at the line. Tyres are fine. Hulkenberg's left the door open and we get that move done there. And Alonso's got through as well, the little cheeky monkey. So now we're in the points and we've got Gutierrez next, who is in my expected position, so I need to get past him to get that green mark. Help us cement our purple status, but Alonso is all over the back of us. Oh, just a bit of wheel spin there, lit up on the back. Got plenty of tyre wear. Here comes Alonso though. He's trying to get past, but he hasn't got the straight line speed. My main aim now is to get past any means necessary now on Gutierrez. Not by punting, of course. It's going to save a bit of fuel as well. You guys saw what happened last time. Good exit. Last lap. Save lean, and then we're going to absolutely floor it down the back straight. Just got to stay really close to Esteban here. Tyres I've called absolutely spot on. Still got life in them, but Gutierrez's tyres are gone. Right, here we go, boys. Rich time, down the back straight. It's our only chance right now. And Ricciardo's already won the race. Oh, Gutierrez has had a bit of a poor exit, boys. Here we go, in the slipstream. And down the inside we go, and it's position gained. And back to lean, to make sure we don't run out of fuel, like we did at Suzuka.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty. Our gap to the car in front is 19.4 seconds.
Come into the final into the last few corners to go. Still got to think about Gutierrez, but he is struggling on his mediums right now. Alonso's got to give him a bit of a cheeky battle for the last couple of corners. But overall, bit of a disappointment really, considering we had 2 incidents with Rosberg and Vettel, but we're going to come home in 9th. Still in the points, which matters most.
Well done.
But we're fine.
You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
So there we go, P9.
It's been my privilege over the years to witness a number of great sporting events, and here's another to add to that prestigious list. It's the ultimate dream for any racing driver. We have a new Formula One World Champion. A great win then for the Red Bull team today. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it?
What safety
It's
car?
hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
And I can see now the drivers are making their way out. We need Red Bull fighting at the front. They do an incredible amount for Formula One. And that's another winner's trophy heading back to Milton Keynes.
So there we go, Ricciardo. Don't think they've got the shoey in here, guys, so unfortunately we won't see that. But Vettel is crowned the champion. He picked up that title today, so very happy with that. So someone subscribe right now if you want to see Sebastian Vettel's radio for him for clinching the World Championship there. So let's see what Crofty.
And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. We also crown a new champion today, as their lead at the top is now an insurmountable one. What a great year it's been for Formula One. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Sebastian Vettel. He was a class above today, just an absolute pleasure to watch.
On to the constructors then. Ferrari extend their lead at the top of the championship. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment of this Formula One season.
So let's look at the results then. Ricciardo wins by 17 seconds from Raikkonen, with Lewis Hamilton in 3rd. Button, the surprise package, in 4th on a 1-stop. Picked up that 4th with Bottas 5th. Vettel, who obviously won the title today, I have to give him driver of the day as well, with that impressive 6th from 20th. I tell you what, that is very good timing, considering I said Sebastian Vettel, and then it comes on. Illuminati confirmed. Verstappen 7th, with Rosberg 8th, me in 9th, and Gutierrez completing the top 10. And Sainz in 13th, which is definitely what I want to see, and Massa the only retirement from the race with that massive blowout at the end, which is kind of cool, I guess. Which means Vettel wins the title. He can't be beaten, unfortunately, on most wins, because if Ricciardo won every race and Vettel retired, they'll be on equal on points, but Vettel will win on most points. So there you go. We're 7th still, but we've pulled a little bit. We're 13 points now ahead of Romain Grosjean, and nothing really's changed up front apart from Ricciardo jumping to 2nd, and Bottas going over Sainz, and Button going ahead of his teammate Alonso. In the Constructors, I think Ferrari are going to clinch it here. They're 63 points ahead of Mercedes, with Red Bull now still in 3rd, with me putting away a little bit over Williams, 51 points ahead. But look at that battle between McLaren Honda and Williams. It's now a point. So let me know, guys, who you think is going to win that battle between those two teams, with Haas in 7th. They had a bit of a mixed performance there in their home patch, with Force India 8th, Sauber 9th, Renault in 10th, and Manor with 11th with 2 points there. So let's end this episode off, guys. So I want to thank you guys so much for coming up tonight, and I hear that we've hit the target already, so you know what's happening tomorrow. So I want to see some hype in the chat for that as well. We're going to get some more resource points, which is not really going to help us, because we can't get it. But this is going to be nice to see. Still in the purple, and guess what? Still in the purple. Right now, I'm not bothered about the career mode scores, you guys know very well. And we're going to end it there, guys. Look how dark it is, though, out there. But next time, guys, we'll be at Mexico for the Mexican Grand Prix, a track that I haven't even touched yet on this game, which will be interesting on there. And that will be tomorrow, guys, as we've hit the target. So I'm looking forward to that. But we're going to end it there. So thank you very much for coming out, guys. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you're new around here for daily F1 content. And we're going to finish this career mode series off by, hopefully, by the end of the week, which is very exciting for you guys on there as well. Until then, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thanks to all the subs as well who have come out tonight, the new subscribers. Do appreciate that as well. But until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and have a good day, guys. See you later. Goodbye.